Casey, first of all, it's a case of one player in and one player out over the last couple of days. First of all, the player out, Abby McManus, just going out on loan. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, obviously I couldn't at the moment, obviously with Millie and Amy playing and performing well, I couldn't guarantee Abby minutes. I think it's a big year in terms of an Olympic year, and it was important she got minutes. So it was a loan to make sure that she is playing.
And coming in, Maria's coming in from Chelsea. What will she bring your side?
Brings a wealth of experience. She's been a winner in this country when she's played for Chelsea. Obviously, she's a senior international as well. I think she brings that with her. She's a fantastic character to add to the group, and she's integrated really well already.
That international experience that she has, how important can that be, particularly this sort of business end, I suppose, of the campaign, all the experience that she's had?
I think it's huge. I think you can't buy experience, can you? So I think that she's had it at World Cups, she's had it in the WSL itself in terms of pressurised situations. I think being calm, consistent, and composed in those moments, I think she'll bring that.
How's the squad looking for this weekend? Anything to worry us?
Obviously, we had a knock to Tobin, so she was seeing a specialist today. And once we know what the verdict is, we'll know where we're at with that. But other than that, we're fully fit.
Now that the sort of dust has settled, have you looked back at the Chelsea game? How would you reflect on that? It was a fantastic game to watch, but how would you reflect on it?
I reviewed it on the coach on the way back. I think I reflect on it as disappointed as the players were. And there's no one more disappointed than they were coming off that pitch, because we didn't give our best account of ourselves in the first half, but I thought in the second half we grew. I thought actually when they scored their second goal, we were on top. We had momentum. But I'm a realist. They had chances in the first half they didn't take, but we would have took a point coming away from there. And that's the bits where we maybe got to learn and get a bit more experience, is how to see games out when you're maybe not at your best and you need to take a point, especially against the teams and your main competitors. But I thought there was so many positives in the second half and so much to learn from in the first half. But we had to learn from it quickly. We have to move on. We have to put it behind us, and we've got another big game on the weekend.
I mean, that was your only defeat in the last 15 WSL games. So does that just show at least the great progress that has been made over the course of the last year?
Yeah, I think it shows progress, but it also shows the mentality of the team now to come off and not be satisfied, to come off and be disappointed, and to make sure that, we remember that feeling so that we don't allow it to happen again. But, I'm also a realist as well and try and put everything into context. We don't get too high when we win, too low when we lose. Chelsea had a game before us. The week before we didn't have a game, and we hadn't played a game since the 20th of December. It's quite a long time. So, and I think you could see that in the first half. We weren't as sharp on the ball. We didn't make as many quick decisions as we needed to. We got caught in possession a few times, but I have to be immensely proud of where we're at, and I'm actually really proud that they're disappointed, because it's shifting the mentality at this football club that it's about winning.
So do you think you'll have a little bit more rhythm, if you like, I suppose, this weekend? As at least you got that game under your belts last weekend.
Yeah, and listen, today in training they were outstanding. The way they were moving the ball and keeping the ball and the quickness of their play, you could tell they had a game under their belts now, and it was a lot sharper. Now we just need to take that into the performance on Sunday.
Birmingham side who've improved after a bit of a rough start. I think it's 3 wins from 6, 4 of those clean sheets. So clearly they're on the up, perhaps.
Do you know what? I think Carla Ward and their staff deserve an awful lot of credit. I think what they've achieved on limited resources, limited budget, the way they've got the team organised, hard to break down, and they don't concede many goals. So we're going to have to be at our best in terms of when we've got the ball, make sure we move it quickly, be very creative. We're going to have to take our chances if we want to get all 3 points.
I mean, is Maria in with a chance of being involved at least this weekend in the squad, in the matchday squad?
Yeah, she's definitely got a chance of being involved in the squad. Obviously, she came on later in the week, so she hasn't had a huge amount of team time yet, but we will build that up as we go.
Finally, I mean, you're in and around that top of the table, a little bit like the sort of men's team. When you speak to Ollie, he says, I'm not interested really in that. I'm just interested in the next performance and the next game. Is that the way you're looking at it, really, rather than looking at the table or top or whatever?
Yeah, I don't think the table matters. It's January. It's about where you finish in May, and we've got aspirations to finish in that top three. We know that there's a lot of games to play. There's a lot of points to be picked up. And every game, and I said it last week, is as important as the next. So it's very important that we go into this game with the right mindset, but with the belief and the mentality that we can go in and get all 3 points.